Oh, I hate it. I don't matter. We live though.
Yeah.
Good morning / afternoon, everyone. This is Grown Women Gaming, volume 261, and it's been quite a week. So I want to thank everybody that came through today, and we got Fame in the building. This is your second time here, so we're not going to think you like company. I mean, you know, you were a special guest when you first came here.
Yeah.
But now you just chilling. You just hanging with us now.
Yeah, you still special, but you know, it's like go get your own water. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know where to put that.
Don't ask.
You know the bathroom
go in the refrigerator.
What y'all mama cook? I'm going to give me a plate.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
That type.
mama
That
cook.
type.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So I just want to thank everybody that came here. And if you hear in the background, that's Call of Duty Black Ops 2 updating from my computer. I'm sorry.
You can't mute your.
No, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm sorry. I had all the DLCs. I had all the DLCs for Black Ops 2. I'm sorry. So let me take a look down the line, and we're gonna start with intros. You already know what we have been playing, and I will start off with Delilah HD.
Oh, okay, cool, yeah. So what have I been playing? First of all, welcome everybody to the show. I've been playing Fist. Actually, I played a little bit this morning. Been up pretty early since about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and I figured I'd get some gaming in. My week's been kind of packed, and I'm back on Fist. Like I said, Fist is a 2.5D Metrovania game on Game Pass right now. Very good, very very good. Love it. Love the game. So if you like Ori, if you like Metroid, if you like Symphony of the Night, or is it called Symphony of the Night? Castlevania Symphony of the Night, something like that.
Ma'am.
If you like that game, then you will love this kind of game. It's right in that, it's that same ilk, same kind of vibe. And it's got these cool, full-fledged out cut scenes. Everything's voiced over. You got these crazy super combos and abilities in the game. It's dope. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. But that's really the only game that I've got a chance to play this week.
No Halo?
No. Well, I'm always playing Halo. I always say I'm not like you. I can't get on here and just say Call of Duty every week. I can't do it. I have to say what everything.
Shade. Listen to that shade, yo.
Oh, you caught it. Look at oh,
it was thick. It was thick. It was laid on thick.
But you know, I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, for me, Halo is default, right? It's my fallback. So I feel like I'll become a part of it. If I
don't invite nobody.
Don't invite nobody.
y'all play Call of Duty and Fortnite. So
we would play Halo if you invited somebody.
The shade. Yes.
Right.
I'm gonna after the show, I'm gonna download Halo Infinite, and I'm gonna see how long it
lasts.
lasts.
You gotta re-download it.
I ain't gotta re-download it. Mine's there.
Oh,
Halo is fire. Like, the updates are so good. So
we go okay.
We'll see. But all Halo is always right there. So that's it. As far as what I've been playing, that's it. Busy week. So yeah.
Okay. How about you, Miss LBOOGIE?
So
missing something, y'all.
What are we missing?
Our music. What you mean?
Oh, okay. There we go.
All
right. So while Miss Delilah turns on those soothing beats that we have on the show, what I've been playing is, so I pretty much took a break from Diablo for the last couple of days because I know that there we go. I know that the new season starts on Tuesday, and I've collected, or maybe Thursday, I think the 20th, but the 18th is when you have to have all your statues and stuff like that done. I got all that shit done. So I'm not really going to be able to get my character leveled up real high or anything like that. I'm not going to reach 100 before the new season. So it's like, I might as well take a break, right? And then we played Call of Duty last night. Lady, Stitch, and my kiddo, actually, because she's trying to, start playing more to leave Fortnite, right? So she's trying to progress from Fortnite and become more of a COD player. She's pretty good. She holds her own. She's not like, dead weight or anything like that. and we enjoyed ourselves. I mean, I was up until 2 a.m. I couldn't believe it.
Oh wow, you?
Right? Me. I know.
Yeah, that's the interest. That's different.
Yeah, Stitch couldn't even say nothing. Like when I was tired and going to bed, he couldn't be like, this early. So yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed myself.
I swear he's a vampire though. I do the vampire.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, dude, how are you? Yeah. But then this morning his ass has been asleep, so yeah. And other than that, I don't think I've played anything. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Fame, how you doing?
I'm good. Big chilling watching this gameplay. I saw your ass got flu. Oh.
It's not always perfect on the Call of Duty side. So, welcome back. What have you been playing this week?
Well, this week in particular, I'm playing Redacted because of embargoes. So I can't really say what I've been playing this week. But if I go back a week and talk about a game that I can play, I was on Diablo heavy, sorcerer game.
Yeah,
that's
the gang right there.
Yeah, so Diablo really heavy. Moving forward, I mean, it's about to be Black Ops 2 season. Them having them service patch. I know we're gonna get into that later on, but having them service patch gonna be big. But it's been heavy Diablo, like heavy. I don't have all the statues and all that stuff because I don't have the patience to go.
What's your level though? I'm curious. What's your level in class?
65, maybe 70.
Okay.
Somewhere between 65 and 70. Sorcerer game all day and tomorrow.
Oh my god, where's all this?
Sorcerer
I love that class.
all day
Like,
tomorrow.
I need the necromancers to show some love because where they at though?
Yeah, I mean, I might do that for the new season, but
the new season, I'll probably run necromancer.
Yeah,
more than likely. But I know I think Delilah had brought up Fist. I did just install Fist, so I'll be playing Fist, and then I want to play Exo Primal.
It's good. It gets good quickly. Like it starts slow, but once you get past certain, like I'll say the first 30 minutes to an hour, then it ramps up. Like. So, gosh,
yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and then Exo Primal is out. I want to play that. Right. So once I'm done with this review for this embargo game, I can open up my palette a little bit and get a lot of games out.
Yeah, yeah.
Exo Primal is like multiplayer though, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's a good season for gaming right now, man, and it's a lot of stuff out. I can't really wait to really jump back into it, but. I feel like once I link up a lady with this Black Ops, that's going to take up a whole lot of time because that's my favorite Call of Duty of all time is Black Ops 2. So I can't wait.
All right.
Yeah, and if you didn't know, Exo Primal is on Game Pass, so you got Game Pass. Y'all can download that game. I didn't even get the chance to play Liza P, but it's on there too.
Wait, what is that officially released or was it just
it's officially?
Woo, man,
what? Liza P is out?
Oh, sorry, no, pre-install. I guess they got pre-install.
Okay.
September 18th.
Man, they got it. They can have it, man.
You're not gonna play that?
Like wait, Souls game? You gonna play it? Man, you know what? All right.
You capping right now?
I'm not capping. I'm not playing it. I'm not playing it. I just bought a new controller. I'm not messing this new one up. They got it.
Oh, so she don't want to play because she don't want to break her shit. Okay.
What you got? You got that Starfield joint?
No. I'm feeling FOMO right now. I don't have the Starfield controller. I got this purple one, the little purple galaxy looking one, and I just got it. I'm trying to.
Should have got Starfield. What's up? You should have got Starfield. I got two of them Jones. You tripping?
I got two. It's one unopened and one open.
Hey, we're on the same. I got one I play with, one that never come out the box. Just like my CP's controller.
I'm about to go to my cart.
You know what? That's fine. No, I don't have the Starfair one. Let me see. I did play.
You might want to jump on that because they were talking when they had the Sea of Thieves one.
Yeah,
way back when.
Yeah,
like people can't find those now, and they're worth so much more money.
Look, I still got the drive.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves.
Baby. Hard to find these tokens.
You can't find them. You can't find them. So
look,
Yeah.
G back here. All right, now y'all gonna make me buy a controller.
I got
got
way too
everything.
many. I got all the Gears controllers, the Halo ones. Way too many controllers that I'll never play. I still got my not Attack on Titan. I'm Titanfall. Still got that.
Titanfall.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. That was early.
Yeah.
Oh,
Still got it. Love it.
Yeah.
Well,
I got the limited edition Gears Elite. Y'all remember the first Elite?
Yeah.
I have that one too.
With the engraves in it. Oh,
yeah, that one had to go because I was playing it, but that one had to get put up.
Yeah, it's a maroon. It's like a maroon color. It's beautiful.
They got a big scratch on the top.
Yeah.
Pressure to buy 2 Starfield controllers. Bad.
Yeah.
Bad. Bad.
I'll tell you, I'm gonna ask you about the controller next year, and it's gonna be like.
You can make some money for it quickly. Just gang. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
Yes. You know what to do.
Right.
I can't make the.
Yeah.
There it is. There you go.
You got that on point.
Boogie, I'm telling you, girl, get that pink wig.
I'm about to give me some streams going. Let me get on Amazon and order me a wig real quick.
Get you some synthetic ones. They got some good ones. You feel me? Let me see. For me, y'all know I'm Lady Infamous. Y'all already know. I play World Series of Poker on my phone. I play it so I can be able to learn. I know how to play. It's just that you have to keep your emotions in check playing poker. So you don't like overbid, underbid, if you're take that extra step to like raise, if you know you got a good hand from the beginning, if that makes sense. And I noticed that when I put my emotions into the poker game, I lose more chips. So I try to like balance it out and play, like I really got money on the line. Yes, I've been playing Call of Duty, but this is different, Delilah. This is different. They had a boys event because you always say I play Call of Duty.
Yeah, because they had the boys event came out.
The boys event came out on Warzone.
Oh, so the characters.
Yeah. Well, not even just characters. You get like a stem pack that gives you powers.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Compound B in the green case.
Compound B?
What? Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then you stick a syringe in there, and it gives you a random.
Oh yeah, a random power.
Random power.
I ain't gonna hold you. That's neat.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Like my only issue is that the power. Once you use it, the power is on a timer. So if you use it too early, it'll just run out on you.
You gotta be strategic about how you use it.
But you got motherfuckers like flying in the air, all extra high and shit, Like somebody came up, I had like 2 people that caught me, and I was able to like transport immediately. So it basically just launches you again.
Yeah.
And then you can go somewhere different. And I was like, yo, this is so
I didn't get the laser eyes yet, and then the electrical discharge is okay.
Oh, they got laser eyes.
Wait. Pause. Wait a minute. So how many? Wait. So do you play as characters or is it just
bundles? They got bundles. So they got Starfire or Starfight or Starlight, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Starlight. Mm-hmm.
She got a bundle.
What did you know the character?
Right. Starlight, Starbright, First Star I See Tonight.
That one. And then they got the Homelander bundle. They got the Homelander bundle.
Homelander, yeah. Oh my God. Homelander.
And then they have Black Noir, right? As the bundle. So I'm like, you see them in the pregame lobby, you already know it's a big percentage of what kind of people get the Homelander,
What you trying to say? What you trying to say?
I see you.
She's saying the same thing the show was telling you.
Okay, thank you.
If you watch The Boys.
That's fair, I guess.
Like if Homelander is your favorite, I gotta give you a side eye. I'm sorry.
Wait, what season did they leave off on?
Side eye. Okay. So, but that's their money. That's how they want to spend it.
No, I kind of heard you, but ladies talking.
I was trying to find out with The Boys, like what season did they leave off on? They wrap up in season 3. Yeah, I watched the first 2 seasons. I haven't finished 3.
Girl, you need to see season 3.
Yeah, you definitely need to see season 3.
Good luck seeing anything with the writers and actors strike going on. Ain't nothing coming out no time.
Yeah, you're not getting a new season, but you'll see that you can go back and watch the last.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I catch up and watch season 3. Hopefully, CHAREECE is listening and we can watch the show.
Oh, is he the holdup? Are you?
I mean, I'm gonna blame him because you've seen it.
You blame him.
Wow, that's crazy.
We watched that one together, though. So
it's your fault. CHAREECE.
It's CHAREECE. Is he in the? He ain't here. It's his fault.
Okay. Before I keep it going, I want to give a shout out to Jay Ramber for the $5 super chat. How soon you think Activision games will be in Game Pass? I'm hoping in the beginning of August. I'm gonna be honest with you. I heard 2025, so it ain't.
No, that's only for Call of Duty.
That's for Call of Duty.
Yeah, that's only for Call of Duty, and we'll get into it when we get to that topic.
Yeah. So,
and it was 2024, by the way. But
okay. Well, I
was trying to make sure I was prepared because y'all not gonna catch me giving out.
I'm getting ready to jump in there, boy.
Okay. Because them girls don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
You're right about that. You're right about
research.
That.
Okay, research.
Yeah. Listen to Florian early as hell this morning. I don't know how he got up and was on the Spaces at 7 a.m. I'm like, I'm gonna have to listen to the replay.
Right? Yep. It was 3 hours too.
Yeah, 3 hours.
I couldn't do it.
That's a feature film, fam. Like, what we doing?
Lord of the Rings, girl. The first one.
Exactly.
I also play Diablo. I didn't get all my little statues yet. I'm going to try to make an effort to get them done this weekend. I'm enjoying the game. I really like when it's the open world events like the Legion and the boss battles. That's where, like, for me, Diablo shines because you see everybody. Like, say you go to a boss battle and then you go to the town that's closest to it. You won't see everybody going to the town, and you won't see everybody ride to the location, like the campfires, slapping potions on before the event comes, and then everybody gets to work. Everybody has a common goal. You know what I mean? You get a couple of hellos, and then you get thank yous at the end, and that's what I like.
Yeah, I spoke about this last week, and I know we're going to go into the other topics, but that's one of the things that I've really enjoyed about the Diablo community is, for the most part, everybody tries to be helpful and welcoming and teach you how the game works. And it's funny because all these new people that like came on the hype, they instantly be like, go play something else. They tell them people, go play something else. You don't know how this game works. We don't want you coming in ruining this game for us. Like, goodbye,
So, I mean, and let me see, I think that was it for me as far as gaming. If you guys new, welcome. If you guys been here, it's good to see you back. Make sure you like and share it out to the world. Let them know that we're here. And it's been pretty like heavy on the topics, but only on a concentrated subject. So I got things out the way. So Cliffhanger Games and Marvel are setting up to do the Black Panther Wakanda game. So I wanted to know your insight. Are you guys excited? Are you skeptical because who's making it? Is it a day one cop? I would love to hear the panel's opinion, and I would like to start off with Fame.
For me personally, I mean, would it be in a new studio? There's always a new studio with an established IP, not necessarily in games, but it is an IP that people know that's garnered lots of popularity since the original Black Panther movie, right? So it gives you a little bit of pause when you hear a brand new studio, but apparently the studio is made up of some industry people who have been doing this for a while, so that kind of helps. I'm just really hoping that it's a different Black Panther than the Black Panther that's going to be in the Captain America Black Panther game, because you're gonna that synergy will have to be on par with each other. So it needs to be either this is T'Challa or this is T'Chaka or this is the first Black Panther. They can't both be T'Challa. Like I don't want two games that's probably going to release within a year of each other maybe 2 years of each other, be the exact same character, and there's no synergy between the games, right? If you're telling me that there's going to be synergy, that one follows the other one, okay. What I think is more likely to happen, I think the Captain America game may be T'Challa, and I'm thinking this one may be, or what I hope is the first Black Panther, because if it's the first Black Panther, you actually open up more stuff with the possibilities of him wielding Mjolnir, all type of stuff, because a lot of people do not know that technically every Black Panther can wield Mjolnir because Black Panther is worthy to wield it, right? So my hope is that this game is actually the first Black Panther, or at least T'Chaka, and then you let the Captain America version of Black Panther be T'Challa. That's just my hope. But I am excited for it. I do think it's going to be an interesting time for Marvel games. Seeing how
because they've been spreading the wealth, right? Like
they're giving us games that aren't exclusive to PlayStation, right? I know we had Ultimate Alliance, which Ultimate Alliance 3 was exclusive to Switch, and then you got Spider-Man that are exclusive to PlayStation, Wolverine exclusive to PlayStation. Now we got 3 upcoming games between Iron Man and these 2 Black Panther games, which one has Captain America. I think you're spreading it out. I'm excited. I don't believe the superhero genre is dying. I know some people are saying, "Oh, I'm getting sick of superhero moves and superhero." I can't get enough of that. Grew up on that. I've been loving superhero stuff since I was a kid, from TV shows to comics. I can never get enough of it. So the more games, the merrier. And I hope Marvel continues to license out more IPs. But Black Panther, it's an instant cop. I'm gonna instantly support it no matter what. But I'm looking forward to it for sure.
So I gotta bring you to the left a little bit, because like, how do you feel? And because I know you've seen the announcements that Wolverine will be wearing the classic 90s suit in Deadpool 3.
I'm with it. I love that. I know some people are mad about the sleeves, but dude such what's the skin cancer. I get people are really crying about that, like, I'm like, dude, like, just when did we just be okay with you such about the skin cancer, suck it up, right? I'm looking forward to that Deadpool movie, man. That's gonna be fire. I think my theory is that Deadpool is going to clean up the timeline. I know we kind of veering off a little bit, but Deadpool is going to. If you remember at the end of the last movie, he was like zipping around, killing. He killed himself. Right? I think he's going to really clean up the timeline and make everything equal. So he's going to go through the Fox universe and pretty much probably kill everyone there, including Wolverine, by the end of that movie. He's going to do things he didn't want to do.
Kill off all the Fox characters, right?
He's going to kill them all off. And one of them's going to be Wolverine. It's going to suck for him. But
the problem though with that, the only problem I see with that is that we still have to deal with the Sony MCU. Like, that's still.
But for how long though, right? Like, how long are they going?
Well, like, they're making the new Craven movie.
I need Sony to go ahead and give Spider-Man back up to Marvel. I'm sorry. Like, I know they'll never do it, because Spider-Man is probably one of the, if not the biggest IPs. But what they're doing is a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. But I get as far as the games go. I mean, they're not going to ever give it up, and then they're probably going to continue to have Spider-Man exclusive, just for the fact that as long as they got the movie exclusive and Marvel wants Spider-Man in the movies, they're going to continue to work it to where now at some point, it's like the MLB thing, right? MLB went to Sony, was like, listen, either I'm taking a license away, or you're gonna make the game multi-platform. I don't see Marvel having that same pool, because what Sony going to do?
We're taking
Spider-Man out of the MCU,
right?
And so
that is interesting, because they could do that, right? Like, they could say, okay, well, we're just not going to have my Spider-Man in the MCU at all.
Somebody just got some leverage,
right?
Sony has leverage to keep Spider-Man exclusive forever.
But no, what I'm saying is, somebody has literally, think about it, with ABK. Somebody has just got some leverage.
Oh man, that's facts.
I'm just putting it out. I'm just saying. That's it.
About the Black Panther game coming out.
I'm excited. I think the fact that it's single player, third person action game has me excited, because y'all know I've been one of those raving about, I'm tired of open world. I want a linear story, great production value. They're supposed to be going in on this game and making it extremely unique. like I said, I'm not big. I don't follow Marvel as much as you all do. I don't know all the nuances and the different, characters and whatnot. But I love action adventure games, and so this is right up my alley. And I'm like, it's a day one for me because I want to support the brand. Like Fame was saying, this is a new studio, right? But the fact that it's built inside of EA, I think is has its perks, right? It means they already starting with a certain pedigree, and that can be helpful to the game. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out for sure. Did they say what the timeline looked like and like when this game possibly
not at the time of not the article that I sent you guys with the topic.
Okay.
We do not have a time frame.
It probably be so. If it's just not being announced, I would guess that when this game releases, we're going to be at the back end of this generation.
Mm-hmm. Well, typically with announcements though, and just kind of give you a little bit of insight. When they announce a game, that means it's kind of like either have already started production or at the beginning of production. Right. Typically, with these games, they take forever to play, and sometimes, not to play, but to make. So, and it's sometimes 5 years, stuff like that. So, usually, once a game has gone into, past that initial conception and testing and prototyping phase, they're able to. The idea is pretty flushed out. It's okay. Yeah, we got the funding. We're ready to announce the game. So if anything, I'll give it just hypothetical and guessing just based on my own knowledge. I would say about 2025, but that's just my guess.
My thing, I'm excited for the game. To be honest with you, I don't want to have that Marvel adventure game type of feel. I want a good story.
Well, we're not gonna hate on Avengers now.
Oh my god!
Game?
Here we are. The game.
Right?
I love the
game. Man, we're not gonna talk. It's not enough time. I want them to take their time. I want them to take their time. I don't want them to rush. I hope because I think if you give a studio a good amount of time, I truly believe they'll produce something better than something that's being rushed. Yeah. So I just want them to take their time. I would like an origin story, like the original OG, how it all started, and that'll be great. I just need some good story. That's it. That's all I want is a good story, because there's a lot of people that, there's movies heads, and then there's people that really don't know much about Black Panther, and this medium could be a great start to introducing the true origins of it if people didn't read the comics, So that's how I feel about it. If you guys excited about the Black Panther game, just let us know. Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, you skipped me, but all right.
I ain't skipped you. I ain't skipped you.
I was about to move on right now.
Yeah, she was. She was about to segue into the
next. I know.
You know.
Right. That's why I waited and said something, because I already knew she was about to do the segue.
Go ahead, Boogie.
Sorry,
yeah, I already know I'm excited. My mind, it's a day one top regardless. A day one.
What happened if it plays like the Avengers?
I gotta support the IP. Okay.
What about if they play like Avengers?
I still gotta buy it. I still gotta buy it because I want to see more games, more content with people of color. There are way more people in Marvel than just Black Panther, and if I want to see more of those people, I have to support. So
I low-key want a Nubia game, but whatever.
Right. We want everything, right? I want to see what's her face? Why can't I think of her name right now? Storm. I want to see more game. Storm. That'd be cool. Right. Storm and Black Panther. Let's talk about that black love. Come on. So I'm gonna support.
Got the reins. Hopefully they do this right. I just hope they do it right.
Yeah. I hope it's not. I hope that I don't support for no reason, right? Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna support.
What's another game that they've? Oh, okay. I'm thinking Respawn, because I was trying to think of another action adventure game that they've done in recent history. EA, right? But they usually publish the Respawn game. Mm-hmm. So this is a new studio, so we don't know.
Yeah, but maybe we got some Respawn people helping, because what Respawn has been able to do with the Star Wars series, and if they're able to
saw that.
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be happy. Happy camper over here.
They probably saw Respawn's formula. If you think about the games that Respawn has put out, like they've been very focused games. I like to call them focused games because it's almost like they know the beginning and the end, and they take you on a whole journey to get to the end. And it's like, man, if this Black Panther game can do that, that's all I ask. Just have great gameplay, great story. Just take me on a journey for 12 to 15 hours. I'm cool.
Hell yeah, I agree with Ring too. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was saying, and I think they can do that while also teaching. Like I said, if they truly go back and give, I think Bashanga, that's what comes to mind. Because when you play Avengers, there's a Black Panther DLC, and one of the guys is calling upon all the old Black Panthers to help defeat Claw, right? So I think it's Bashanga. If I'm wrong, let me know. I think you can really give more of a backstory because most people only know T'Challa.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So I think this is a good opportunity to give more of the lore of Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to talk about our next topic. Bungie has won I think almost a $500,000 lawsuit against a Destiny 2 player because he was harassing one of the community managers. It happened earlier this week.
They ain't getting that money. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. They ain't getting that money. I mean, boy gonna take an L.
What you mean? So
that's about that judgment about to be on his credit report. Right.
Wow.
Well, it's like dude from Nintendo getting his check garnished for the rest of his life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they won't get. He'll probably die before you pay it off. But I mean, if they're gonna tax him, hey, your check is $1,200. We need 200 of things every week. And he's gonna have to pay it. I mean, it is what it is, unless he ain't gonna see no tax return for a little bit. Hope he ain't on child support because the money gonna be gone.
I mean, that's what you call consequences. That's really all it is.
Yeah.
But I think this is it could set a precedent that you can't just be harassing people. Like I think hopefully it's a wake up call to people who be trying to troll and be very disrespectful to these devs and whatnot online. Hopefully it's a wake up call for them because that's a lot of money.
Yeah. That's a house.
Yeah. And some.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
We need more of this, man. There needs to be more consequence. I'm sick of the blanket protection that comes with being online. Like I hate it. Like I think people shouldn't be able to do and say what they want just because they're online. I think I want to see more people get sued. Lose your livelihood.
I agree as well because back in the days if we had issues, if we had problems, and we didn't have the internet, we had to go outside and thug it out and figure out what we were going to have to do. We had to throw some phones, or we going to talk it out.
Right.
But now with the
somebody heard you been talking shit, like
you walk back in the days, you walk up to this person and hey, I heard you was talking shit about me. But now in 2023, it's like more and more people are going to the internet to expressing their disrespect towards others, knowing damn well they can't touch you. And I totally it ain't fair. It ain't fair because if you got enough of that rah-rah on the internet, they should be liable to whoop your ass when they see you.
They always make new accounts. Like you'll look and it'll be an account made this month. But they make accounts just to be idiots online. Like they're cowards. And I'm glad this dude got sued. Oh well.
Yeah, I found like it's funny because I feel like people were getting more momentum on Threads, right? And I kind of wanted Threads to take hold because that anonymity, I hope I said that right.
You said right. You said right.
Yeah, is much lower because you have to have your real name attached to that account. But it seemed like people are still on Twitter heavy because that's where they're able to be. Yeah, that's where they're able to be anonymous. And I don't know. Like I agree with you.
You hit
like,
it. I think you hit it right on the head. People are still gravitating. They don't want that change because
like even
they
though
got to remove a little bit of themselves.
Yeah, Twitter is fucked up. You know, the site is constantly having issues. This man about to charge you for your anonymousness, but y'all still want it that bad.
Yo, that's a whole other conversation with what's going on.
Right.
Like, did y'all see that thing with the DMs and all that? You had to go and change the setting in order to see to get the DM.
Yeah, I did see that. That like the new setting on Twitter is like you have to go and set it to allow people who you follow to even message you. Otherwise, it's automatically set to only let verified users, basically Twitter Blue subscribers send you messages. Yeah.
Don't forget to change your setting. Just FYI.
Where's that at? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you got to do
I'll send you the tweet.
Allow message requests only from verified users.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so if you go
dirty.
Right, and then they just do it. You know, like that's just the automatic setting right now.
No notice or nothing.
Right. Like nobody got an email, right? That said, make sure you check this because we've changed this. No.
Yeah, it trips me out because like I even notice little things like when you send a message and how long it takes to process that message, and it's like it's just everything's been super slow. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on there, but I don't know. It's like as if they cut the servers in half or something, or they changed something. Something changed.
Yeah, I think they're starting to separate out Twitter Blue subscribers from regular folks.
But see, I have Twitter Blue though.
Right, but I think that what they're building up to is making more subs for the Twitter as far as like subcategories for Twitter Blue, where if you pay this much, you get this stuff, and if you pay that much, you get that stuff, you know? I think that's the end goal, is to not even just have Twitter Blue, but to break up Twitter Blue into its own subcategories.
Like, so they get everything better, basically. Like,
Yeah. That's what
like
I'm thinking.
It's like
Twitter been downhill since somebody took over, so that's another conversation. I have a opinion piece. I call it an opinion piece. They're saying at Game Industry Biz that 80% of video games, classic video games, are critically endangered. I want to discuss this with the panel, like how so, if there's some way that we can be able to hit those, be able to even keep the nostalgia games that we enjoy and love before they like completely disappear, or if you feel like, fuck it, get rid of them classics. So I would like to start off with LBOOGIE on this topic.
And what exactly is the question?
The question is, do you feel like, do you want to keep the classics? Do you want them to be, you want it to disappear? Do you even care?
And you mean as far as us being able to play, right?
Yeah, play/own.
I can't help but think Boogie's always like, I'm not going back type person.
Right, like I'm not really like going back.
But go ahead.
Yeah, no.
I was gonna say, like, I look at this topic and I'm like, I mean, I do see the issues because I mean, in the digital age that we live in, being able to have these assets is more and more difficult. You're not having these physical releases, these old school legacy games that being transferred over to digital, some of them. And so with it being 87% of them that's being critically endangered, hopefully people will, you will find some of these physical copies and translate them over, but it's going to be a problem. I mean, you already have, what's that site that we go to have the, it has the, like the Wayback Machine, and it has like historical, it had, you can go and it has a basically emulation data bank that you go to see all the classic games. Even games are even missing from that. So I get what they're saying and the importance of it. And they're right. This content will be lost forever if we don't come together and try to keep it. But I just feel like that's unfortunately that's the world we live in. It's a digital age, and if it's kind of like VHSs and CDs. Like if you're like, for instance, you know, back in the day when you had the DVDs, you would burn pictures to or music to or whatever. If you didn't take those and put them onto a hard drive or your Google Drive or your OneDrive or whatever, that stuff's gone. Mm-hmm. It's gone. So it's the same. I feel like this is the same problem. And so hopefully, you know, all the publishers out there, the big three, everybody who care about gaming will do something about it. And so, and that's why that leads me to why I really do appreciate Microsoft's backwards compatibility program, because they're definitely, they got all their generations of content is able to be accessed, and so does Nintendo, and I think Sony does too in some instances. But again, everything isn't there, right? So we'll see.
No, but Xbox definitely.
Xbox it's pretty big, and Nintendo's is growing too. So
okay, Boogie, you have anything else to say, or are you just good? You just don't want it?
It's just, you know,
you don't have like one game.
I don't care.
Okay, so you don't have one game that you don't want to save, like one game.
Like I don't get
on to the next one,
right? Like I don't understand why. Like
it's like,
what's the premise here? Like, because if I have a game and I have a console for an old console, I can just plug it in and play it. There's nothing preventing me.
These TVs don't support those ports anymore.
No,
like
but you gotta get port. What's names?
Converters, sure.
I mean, we can make it work.
I guess I look at it like this, book. I look at it like books. I look at it just like books. Like these games are historical gems that, like, they need to be put in like a museum somewhere and kept. Like, you know.
Yeah, but what's preventing that with this?
It's just they're not able to get some of the physical copies of these games in order to convert them to digital and to keep them or to make them accessible to people, like via emulators and downloadables, stuff like that. That's the problem.
But I feel like we're talking about two different things. Like, you talking about being able to have stuff in a museum, and then people still being able to play games on current gen old items. That's two different things.
But they're both both is like trying to preserve.
Yeah. To
preserve. You know what I'm saying? Look, do I want to save every game? No. There are some games though that I don't mind saving. Like, I gotta have my throwback Call of Duties, because eventually that's gonna be one of those instant games. But good thing for Xbox, we have that. There should be like something online that if you wanted to learn and to see and able to play these games, you can, with a small history of, you know, and I guess, you know, like specs. I'm sorry, like specs and history, because I just think of it as like an educational tool. Even though people don't like to play old games, I just don't think that it should be like non-existent at some point.
Like your Oregon Trails, Pong.
But we can go see those in the Smithsonian. You know what I mean? Like,
right, but I guess what it's saying is, what if you couldn't? What if you didn't have that reference? We even had that cultural reference to say, okay, yeah, we used to play this game called, like, for instance, 20 years from now, we, you know, telling our kids and our kids' we used to play this game called Mario, but they have no way to see that game access.
And that's it. Like, when you think about what if someone said think about it in music. Someone said this is the greatest song ever scored, right, but you can't hear it because there's no way to hear it. Like, that always needs to be a way. No, that's not. But I'm saying that's. I think that's why people want to.
Really
so there ought to be a way to be able to play this media. If that's the argument that I'm hearing, right? Because I'm an old head, right? I love physical games. Like, physical to me, if I got it physically, as long as it's not broken, I'm able to play it. That's why that to me, that's how I personally keep my preservation of video games. But I see where people are coming from with wanting to protect it. I don't see that ever being an issue. Someone's always going to find a way to play. Hey, here's on this PC with technology advanced. Here's, right, I can pull up Oregon Trail if I wanted to. I don't see it being an issue. I think people are just fearful with this digital age that we're in and the way things are going. People are fearful of not being able to go back.
I see it more as.
I was gonna say you're one server shut down away of losing access to a lot of this. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's when they say endangered, that's what they mean. Like, what happens if all the servers go down? We have no way to play these games since everything's in a digital context now. Like, how do you preserve this stuff outside of that?
So I mean, I feel like that's a different argument though. Like, how do we preserve this outside of a digital? Because at the same time, it wouldn't just be video games that we would lose if something like that happened. If like servers crash, there's a ton of digital content that we're gonna lose.
Pictures, we talk, movies, all kinds of stuff.
But this is where I wish sometimes I was like Baron J67 because he don't play video games. He only collects pictures of feet, and that's timeless. He can keep those under his bed forever, but he don't play video games. So he don't have to worry about losing them. So shout out to him, man.
Like that, bro. Damn. He just snuck it in there.
If you out at PAX West, make sure you got your shoes covered up.
Oh my God,
that's hilarious. Baron, you like feet?
I mean, I can't. I mean, if you like feet, that's your thing. We don't, like CHAREECE said, we don't kink shame around here. So that's you. Do you, boo?
CHAREECE, by the way. Shout out to CHAREECE.
Yeah. Shout out to CHAREECE. We miss her. The show ain't the same, especially out of all the days that she's not on the show that will be perfect for her, she ain't. So, yeah, I get it. There's some level of we should preserve, and I can completely understand LBOOGIE's standpoint about, look, we can preserve them, but I don't want to play them. It's fine.
It's the prerogative.
Yes, it is. I hope they do something. About that. Just save something. Okay, now we have a lot of meat and potatoes. So this whole week with the Activision, Microsoft versus the FTC deal was very thick this week.
Is that my cue? Is that my cue?
Are we going to that topic?
Yeah, I might have to.
I mean, I got like the next few topics is that subject. So
right.
Everybody say bye to Delilah.
I enjoyed you. I'll be back.
She'll be back. Okay. So what we know as of today that they ruled for Microsoft to continue the deal, and then I believe the FTC tried to appeal, right? And then they had their court hearing, I think, was it yesterday or Thursday?
With the Ninth Circuit?
Yeah.
So what happened is that the court in Northern California with Judge Corley ruled in favor of Microsoft. Then the FTC had a certain amount of time to put in for an appeal, which they did very last minute. Then that pushed to the 9th District Court in DC for them to rule on if they would allow appeal to go through, which they then in turn yesterday said, hell no. So as far as the FTC is concerned, there's still supposed to be, ways for them to try to block this deal. But if Microsoft wants to, they can close at any time.
Yeah, I think that the ultimate goal for them was it the 18th was the deadline. But now we're already hearing that Microsoft and Activision are agreeing to possibly push that date out because they might not necessarily want to close over
CMA.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to go ahead.
No, I'm saying because a lot of people were. I mean, when Satya Nadella was like, when it was brought up to him, it was like, we'll take care of that when it gets there. A lot of people, with the look on his face and how he said it, were like, yeah, they if they got to pull cloud gaming out of the UK, they much rather do that than to not get Activision Blizzard, right? I think, and I know the main focus of that is Call of Duty, but they want to take a hold of that marketplace in mobile. COD Mobile and Candy Crush are believe it or not, are the crown jewels of this deal, right? A lot of people are thinking about Call of Duty console, right? And I get it. It makes billions of dollars, right? And is the top third-party game on PlayStation. PlayStation is be able to do what they're doing with other games because of the money they make from Call of Duty, right? That's not debatable. We know that as facts now, right? But Call of Duty Mobile has more players than Call of Duty on console. I don't think a lot of people know that. Call of Duty Mobile is the biggest COD going right now. So between Call of Duty Mobile and Candy Crush, Microsoft is going to have such a big foothold in the mobile space and will be kind of the key areas when they eventually start up their mobile competitor to Apple Store and the Google Play Store, right? But again, I'm hoping that whatever going on with the CMA and they realize, hey, we messed up here. We don't want the UK to look like a graveyard to where companies can't come and invest here, because if you do it to Microsoft, mother companies are gonna, why won't they do it to us, right? I don't think this is going to be a big holdover, but I can definitely see the 18th being pushed out a week. But as far as the FTC, that cooked, man. I kind of feel bad for Leah Khan. I ain't gonna cap, because they did her. She got grilled.
I don't feel bad at all.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for her, because I feel like they embarrassed the U.S. honestly with that trial and what they presented. Like, watching it, knowing what I know about contract law and knowing what I know about the game industry, they were very ill prepared. And I thought it was hilarious that, they tried to act like this was a very well prepared, case for them, because it very much was not.
It's weird for an American government to sue an American company so that they can't compete with a Japanese company in a market that the Japanese company dominates.
Right.
Because I guarantee you wouldn't see this in a JFTC. The JFTC, they're not going to sue PlayStation so that they can't do something to compete with Microsoft.
Right.
It's crazy.
And I think to add on to that, because I know that some people put to me, the question of, well, this is what the FTC is for. And I 100% agree that the FTC should still be around and that they should be watching deals. But this was all performative theater to send a message to other companies that they are watching. And that's what this case was. They've already announced that this is considered a win, because basically other companies are able to see that they're not going to be able to get their deals in just willy-nilly. But I think it's too much, too late. You guys had the opportunity to give more scrutiny to deals like when Facebook bought Instagram and things like that, but you didn't. And now you're putting a bunch of extra scrutiny on a deal that widely is agreed upon that it will not harm consumers, and it will not harm. Yeah, it won't harm consumers. It won't harm the devs and whatnot. And in reality, it's actually beneficial to those people who are under Activision Blizzard, because they have more security now. So yeah, that was my issue with it. It's not. I'm not saying. The hell out of there. Sorry, I didn't hear you. What?
Getting Bobby Kotick the hell up out of there is important.
That's what's important to me as well. And if the FTC was doing this for a deal that warranted this type of scrutiny, more power to you. Yes, that's your job. That's what you should be doing. But this performative theater shit, I'm not with it. And I'll be the first person to tell you, I'm an independent voter for that reason, because I don't care what side you on. If you are one of them people that just do shit for your own benefit, you shouldn't be in government.
Yeah, they the way they did, they acted as if Microsoft was trying to buy Nintendo, right? Like, or Apple's trying to buy Google, right? That will be an issue. But this whole thing just seemed like, hey, and if you notice, I'd be the first to admit, when I was at work, I was in that Zoom call with my earbuds in, as I'm
me too.
Right, and I'm like, man, how many times are they gonna say Sony? Like, aren't you supposed to be saying consumers? It seemed like the entire thing was to protect this company, and they're telling you, hey, we're going to be under oath. Right. We're going to have legal binding contracts that I'm not removing, because the main focus was Call of Duty and PlayStation. That was the focus the entire time, right? So I'm telling you, I'm under oath. I got a contract ready for them to sign, legally binding contract. nothing changes except more people get to play COD because it'll be on the Switch. More people will have access to Call of Duty cheaper because of Xbox Game Pass, right? And I think the if they look even deeper into the lawsuits that happened with Activision, you're going to get a culture change at Activision that's much needed, right? There wasn't a single negative in this case, other than if you're standing with the standpoint of we got to protect PlayStation. That is the only negative that was in this case. The rest was all bull.
And let me propose this to you. What would be more detrimental to the industry? A company purchasing a well-established company to ensure that they aren't divested, or a company that is buying up smaller entities before they even get a chance to put a foothold in the industry, which is what Sony has been doing.
Yeah,
they're not scrutinizing those deals. They've been eating up smaller studios because people haven't been talking about that, which I think is very interesting. That I think between the last 3 years, they've bought some upwards of 10, 12 smaller studios. Now those studios don't even get a chance to grow, right? Mm-hmm. They're now in the cog of Sony. How is that not worse?
I think.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead. I'll go after.
No. Last point. I think that is going to become more normal. I don't think you're going to see many more. I do think Microsoft is going after Sega again. I don't care if nobody tells me. Yeah. A couple of years ago, when Sega was in Seattle taking pictures and like no one knew why, and then you had Sarah Bond on a train taking a picture of the Sega building. They're going after Sega, right? But I think other than that, I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see smaller deals, and we're going to start seeing IP. And Baron brings this up a lot on Double XP. You're going to see IPs getting moved. You're going to see all of a sudden like Lara Croft, being moved over in between companies, right? I do think the smaller deals are going to be more prevalent. But let me go ahead, lady. I'm sorry.
Okay. Thank you. I tried to watch the Educated Spaces and the trial.
Educated Spaces? Is that what they are?
No, I'm talking about that dude.
Okay. That dude. I was saying Charles Florian. Yeah.
Florian, yeah. I call that an educated space because I learned some things from him.
Yeah.
All I know that this is a deal that would benefit mostly like the customers, the people that actually mess with the product, especially the Xbox fans. I mean, I think win or lose from this case, they still would have been riding with Xbox no matter what. I think that my problem is that at one point I was like, okay, I am kind of tired of them talking about this trial because this is big bang, big money, big deal, right? And it seems like every day everyone had something to say, and it became a little redundant for me. So for it to really start closing down and hopefully seeing the next steps of what that deal will conspire is exciting to me. But the last couple of days, as the deal was starting to get closer and closer to getting closed, I'm noticing the goalpost being moved on the internet. Like, it's not about the deal no more. It's about, now it's about the games. Now it's about the graphics. Now it's about who you're affiliated with.
I've also seen that Xbox is basically going to kill Activision. Like, it's going to die because now Microsoft has it. So it's, they're not going to be as good anymore.
Well, you still gonna play Call of Duty anyway? Because if you was playing Call of Duty when it was like in this state right now, what's gonna stop you now? Because now Microsoft own it. Because I don't want to play Call of Duty no more because now Microsoft own it. I'm like, well, shit. Good for you. This is the thing about what I truly believe is like if you can try. I'm not pocket watching or anything, but if you can save like $20 here, $50 here, go get you another console, go get you a PC, go get you something other than what you intentionally have. So when stuff do hit the fan or things don't go in your favor, you always have another avenue of game to play. So for someone came up to me talking about, oh, well, they gonna kill Activision and stuff like that. I'm like, but you gonna still play Call of Duty? They didn't say much after that. They didn't say much about that. But it was really adamant how they did not want this deal to go through, and they were loud and they were rude and then they were disrespectful and poor podcast etiquette. But now it's quiet. I ain't heard shit last night. We playing, when I mean I ain't heard shit last night, I ain't heard a space. I ain't heard a super negative post. I seen a couple of videos here and there, distraught PlayStation only people, distraught that the deal went through, but not in the magnitude of how you guys, not y'all, but y'all were negative towards the Xbox deal weeks, months prior. So I'm glad. We gonna find out what will they do with Call of Duty. As a Call of Duty player, don't worry, I'm sitting wait.
I feel like there's so many more IPs though to be worried about. Like I feel like we have allowed this conversation to always be about COD, and the Activision deal means way much more than Call of Duty. Like it really does.
There's a Blizzard in there, there's a King in there, there's a Candy Crush in there, and the catalog of IPs they can make,
right? Even old IPs that they can bring back. I mean,
let Toys for Bob do Banjo already.
Right.
Like, that's like you got Toys for Bob now, who does Spyro and all of those. Now you have a studio that I'm sure would have a hell of a time making Banjo. Like there's so much other things here besides Call of Duty, but that's what everyone's hung up on.
Right.
But I'm sorry, they don't. But my thing is that a lot of people talk about Call of Duty and they don't play Call of Duty. They do not play Call of Duty. They act like they be there all the time, every day, talking about Call of Duty. When the Call of Duty part of this deal, no, they ain't touch a lick of Call of Duty. So they should have focused on something else other than that, because like LBOOGIE said, this is big.
Yeah, I think that was the FTC's downfall. The fact that they focused on this, there probably were way more avenues that could have helped them block this deal, honestly, than just this. And I do want to touch on Abacad because he put in a comment about Tencent, and he says Tencent puts money into their studios. They don't flat out buy them; they buy a percentage of them, and that's probably how they get away with it. That is 100% why they get away with it. Why they do not have the FTC, the CMA, and all those other regulatory units putting eyes on their purchases, because they don't flat out purchase companies. They essentially own majority shares in companies, which allows them to essentially control more about what happens at those places, but they don't flat out buy them. So yes, they know the game, right? And the game is not to have eyes on you. So
I think one of the most interesting things that came out of this, and I had to pull it up to make sure I didn't dream it, right? An article from MSM that talked about the amount of people on PlayStation that only play COD, and it was saying there was 1 million PlayStation units, 1 million PlayStation gamers that only play Call of Duty, and 70% of the time, it says, with over 6 million PlayStation gamers spending 70% of their time on Call of Duty. Yeah. That's staggering. And that's why Sony fought so hard, because they again, I said it before, that many players playing Call of Duty on PlayStation. And we know when the marketing deal shifted, when the PS4 happened, that's when most of the comp.
Yeah, because they were able to pay for marketing priority and all that. Yeah.
Exclusive beta on PlayStation only. These skins on PlayStation only, right? So that's where the player base went. There's so much money that PlayStation will lose out if that majority of players moved over to Xbox, and that's why they fought so hard. So I get it from that aspect, but come on, man. I thought, we don't care about COD, or I only play my third person action adventure over the shoulder cinematic universe type games. Like the statistics prove y'all love Call of Duty and y'all afraid that your favorite platform won't have the money to spend like they used to because all that money is now going over to Microsoft. And if I'm Microsoft, I'm telling PlayStation, you're not getting a 70-30 split. It's going to be 80-20. Deal with it.
Yeah, and let me build upon that, right? What do you think? What do you think the likelihood, because they did mention this in the trial, that they essentially don't want to give access to their console to Microsoft.
And when PlayStation when the new car runs like crap on PlayStation, I don't want to hear anybody blaming Xbox for that.
Right.
Yeah.
You give your when Microsoft's own Activision, right? You have to give the biggest IP on your platform to the IP maker. You have to.
What I was going to ask though, do you think that they would actually say, we aren't going to give our PlayStation to Microsoft? So
yeah, they did with Minecraft.
There's no con. Well, they just were late. They were late. So,
well, they were late to do it.
Yeah.
But with Call of Duty, that's what us believing that the yearly Call of Duty still releases. You're not gonna give them enough time if you don't give it to them on time, ahead of time. Like Microsoft will need that PS6 with the quickness, but I don't think that'll happen. And so when Call of Duty releases on the PlayStation 6, or whatever the case may be, and it's running like crap, everyone's going to shift over to Microsoft. But the problem is the narrative's going to be, oh, look what Microsoft is doing.
Yeah, right. They're going to say that
they're making the game run like crap on PlayStation.
Right.
But it's PlayStation's fault.
Yeah.
It's going to be their own undoing. There's no win in this for PlayStation, because if they give it to them, they're going to say, oh, Microsoft knows what we're doing, which doesn't make sense because Microsoft gave them an Xbox developer kit. Here you go. You guys are, MLB The Show and other games are being made over here. Here you go. But there's no win for PlayStation. It's either you're going to give it to Xbox, Microsoft, and allow them to do what they need to do, or you don't give it to them and make the game run like crap on your console. So those million players that only play COD on PlayStation will go play it on Xbox or PC because it'll be the most optimized. It'll run the best. Now, content parity, I believe Phil Spencer when he says the content parity is staying the same, right?
I agree.
There's no
more
he really
does
first
like
on
that.
PlayStation. All that's done.
Yeah.
Microsoft is not. I know Xbox used to do it, but that wasn't under Phil. I believe Phil when he says we're not going to do that, right? But PlayStation is going to sabotage themselves, and it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I want to just for pragmatic, only idiots will run with that theory. I think you forget how many idiots there are.
You don't realize how many.
Yeah, like,
I agree.
The lack of common sense out here is just like,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any final points to say as far as the deal? Anything to close out? Are you guys gonna
I hope it closes as soon as possible. Close as soon as possible. Let's get this shit done. I feel bad for the UK consumers, right? Because there's a good possibility that they will not be able to participate in xCloud directly through Game Pass, right? Most likely, if they are able to do xCloud type, they'll have to buy through a third party group. I can't remember what it's called. I want to say EE or something like that. That's over there. And so then they'll have to pay them and pay for Game Pass. But I'm happy. Be done with this deal. Let's keep this show on the road. I definitely see that there's a grand momentum shift, right, with Xbox. I think that they're showcased that. And I'm ready to rock and roll. It looks like for those of us who game on everything, we're winning. We're eating. Competition is nothing but great for the consumer.
Okay.
I have a writer at LB1gaming.com, and he's in the UK, and he's not happy. He's worried. He's because he primarily plays on Xbox, right? So he's worried. He has no faith in the government over there. And then I kind of want to go back to I don't know if this is a separate topic or a part of it. You had a super chat earlier from Jay, which I love. Jay's really good people talking about when the games will be into Game Pass, right? I wholeheartedly believe that we're going to see these Activision, because it didn't take long for Bethesda game to Game Pass after the acquisition, right? We're talking it was probably about maybe 2 or 3 months, and we saw these games drop in there. You're going to see all the old cards drop in there as well, because there's no contractual agreement on why they couldn't.
Right.
But as far as new cards, you're looking at the earliest, the 2024 Call of Duty, right?
Yep.
This Call of Duty will be marketed by PlayStation. They're going to have first on PlayStation, all this, that, and other. But as far as the game being in Game Pass, it's going to be at the earliest 2024. Some people are saying 2025 because the contract is through 2024. I think it's going to be the 2024 game will be in Game Pass. But you're going to see the older games launching it fairly quickly.
Yeah.
You already seen them fix the server, so people are on Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2.
Well, that's what I heard. That's what I heard last night while we were playing Call of Duty. Stitch was like, they don't put the servers up for the original Modern Warfare 2. I'm like, you lying. And then you said this morning that the servers for Black Ops 2 were up and running. And I was like, excuse me? Which one? So I'm ready to, I have a lot of COD in my Xbox. So I can't wait to personally take the time out and see how those older CODs run on the servers that they updated now. I'm excited about that.
It's a win. So I think I think they're gonna start slow, because if you remember what Bethesda, they did a bunch of older titles, and then the new ones. So they're gonna start slow. You're gonna get all the Diablos. You're gonna get Crash Bandicoot. You're gonna get Spyro. You're gonna get that stuff, and then eventually you're gonna see they're gonna have a month where it's like every Call of Duty is now available, and then next year. I could see next year you seeing Diablo 4 get put in there.
Oh no, I think it's going to be sooner than that for Diablo, because they already showed a leak down in Brazil of them already showcasing that Diablo 4 would be coming to Game Pass.
See, I believe it, and I think that's going to be big for the longevity for some of these games, because a lot of people don't like the new cards. Some people like the old school. Like I haven't played this most recent was Modern Warfare 2 too. Is it? The new Modern Warfare 2. It is 2. Yeah. But you telling me Black Ops is back up and running? Yeah, I'm about to run. I'm about to run Black Ops, and y'all gonna be mad at me when
all
you
the
see
old
a
maps,
gold.
right? Like you'll just have access to all the maps. You don't have to wait for them to like roll them in and out.
You want to see a gold light machine gun with target finder on it? I'm be pissing you off because that's how I troll back in the day with that gun. But yeah, man, I definitely going to see that Game Pass rollout is going to be similar to what we saw with Bethesda. And man, the price just went up for Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, it went up $1.
We're about to be flooded with games that you're going to realize, okay, it's worth
the extra.
And I think that's what like really like gave me the kicker, because I think Judge Corley touched on this. Like, why can't PlayStation just make their subscription service better? And for those Sony only people, why are you not calling for Sony to make it better? Because Game Pass is such a great value to those consumers. People, we all know what the economy looks like right now, and for everyone cannot afford a $70 game every month, and to be able to play the plethora of games that you're able to play within Game Pass is such a win for folks who cannot afford to play everything all the time. It's just like, how do you go against something like that? You know what I mean? Because it's providing such a benefit for people who would not otherwise be able to play.
People are not ready for change. And the problem is that how we grew up and how we got our games and how we got our loyalty brand and who we down with has stuck with us for so long that the gaming industry is growing, and it's growing away from that mentality. It's going away from that exclusivity. It's adapting to something that people are ready to accept, ready to, adjust. And some people are really like, I want my game to be exclusive all the time, forever and ever and ever. And it cannot be that way, So I just think the reason why PlayStation only fans are not really ups and arms about what's going on their side is because they really old habits die really, really hard, and I think that's what's going on over there.
What I'll say to all the haters, right, that are hating on this deal, hating on the everything about this is stay hating, stay salty, because you probably gonna be on the sticks on Xbox. In all reality, most of y'all be hating on Twitter just for the clicks. So
they be switching sides like
they switch their draws. Okay,
I'm telling you, because 2 years ago
I
it was
don't
all about
draws though.
Man, look, I'm telling you, 2017 it was all about all about Xbox. A year later it was all about PlayStation, fuck Xbox. Now they switching their sides out here in 2023, and that is like some bitch shit for me, because if you want to be rude and disrespectful and talk about how bad shit is on one side, stick with where you at. And we went through the 2013s. It was a struggle. And now we actually getting somewhere, and it's like, oh, I love Xbox now. I'm like, but you was talking shit. I'm sorry. You were talking shit in 2017, 2018, 2019. Talking about Xbox ain't got no games, or we ain't got no games, or we ain't the most powerful. Now it's like, oh, we understand. We understand now. I'm like, nah, stay in your lane. That's all I got to say about that. Is it cool that we can get Delilah back in here?
Yeah.
All right, Delilah, when you ready. There she go. Welcome back.
On standby, boy.
Yeah. So
you gotta unmute yourself.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. I tried to unmute you, but it wouldn't let me.
Okay, that's all good. You can hear me, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to talk about tidbits, and if you guys have any tidbits or anything you can recommend to the chat before we start our questions, we're gonna put question in your question. If you're new, just put your bold letters, your question, and next to it your question, so we can be able to see it through the chat to grab your questions. And just let us know what's up. Any tidbits this week?
I got one tidbit.
Go ahead, Delilah.
I got one tidbit, and it's kind of a shameless plug. But check out our new store.
You got that.
You know what I mean? Because we even have the store now linked to our YouTube channel. So if you used to go to like videos, there's a tab now that says store. If you click on that, you'll see all our products listed. And so check it out. Let us know what you think. If you don't like something, feel free to like hit me up in DMs. Let me know what you don't like. If there's a certain quality you're looking for, let me know. Like I just trying to kind of play around with the style and whatnot. So check it out at the pricing. I tried to make sure everything was pretty fair. So even comment on that and what you think, or just I want to make sure that expectations is being met. So check out we got like some limited edition shirts in there. We got a Console Wars edition shirts. So check those out. And so shameless plug.
So if you a pony, we got you. You know what I mean? If you a drone, we got you. If you a bot, we got you.
Got the bots.
And I think we even got the
PC Race.
We got PC Master Race in there. So
I showed
the link?
I showed the the link should be in the description. It should be, or in the front.
I got you. Put it in there now.
And us ladies will be heading to PAX. For those of y'all who have not heard yet, so we're gonna have tons of content coming at you. We'll be wearing our shirts at PAX. I got to make sure I get one of each so that I can wear one each day.
Yeah, not one shirt for those 2 days or those 3 days. I showed my dad the website because he knows that I do this, but he doesn't know that it's
all the other things, right?
Yeah, he knows I do a show. He knows I play video games. He knows I do the show on Saturdays. But then when I actually showed him the website with the shirts, I'm like, look at the shirts that we made. So I showed him the shirt. I said, you want one? I can get you one. He was like, yeah, I don't get a shirt. Okay, so I didn't tell him the description. I just let him look at the shirts. I said, which one you want? Let me tell you which one he chose. He chose the Kratos God of War blue one.
Okay. I like that one, though. That's what
he was like, I want this one. So I'm going to go get him one for his birthday coming up. Maybe a pair of shoes to go with it, hopefully. Hopefully get him a pair of shoes.
That Kratos one with the navy blue shirt with the red and the white. Hard.
Yeah, so that's the one he chose. So Major Nelson retired. That's in my tidbits. I'm sorry. What'd you say, Delilah?
I was trying to talk about the girl one I did for the PC Master Race.
Yeah.
And people who are like PC players and the whole Master Race thing, let me know if that background logo is the one, because I look forever to find a PC Master Race logo. So please let me know if that's accurate. Because if it isn't, I'll change it. But I think it is. I've been like searching and asked around before submitting it, but we'll see.
They said the link in the description is 404 not found.
What?
Ooh.
Oh, I clicked it. That's something wrong with your internet. Like, it works for me.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I am planning to buy like 2, because look, I don't know how. I'm really nervous about like doing my natural hair in Seattle because it's all frizzy and raining and humid. So I might really be rocking wigs and beanies and get the shirts to go with it and stuff like that. So I did wanted to talk about
You forgot your own tidbit?
No, I was just gonna talk about Major Nelson retiring. That's all.
Oh yeah, that's like an end of an era, right? I mean,
yeah, that's it.
Like wow, yeah. I met Major Nelson back in 2000 and I want to say 5 or 6, and doing like they had before it was FanFest. It was called Community. It was like CCC. It was C3, Xbox C3, but this is before FanFest. And
y'all think he was pushed out?
No, I don't think so.
I
just think it was just time.
It's been beyond
I think
time.
It was time to move on to someone else who could be more
in touch
with
the
younger
audience
crowd.
Yeah.
Major Nelson was for us, and we're gonna always love Major Nelson.
Yeah,
but I think for what he does, there needed to be. I could be wrong by this. I think the person who takes his spot will be a woman more than likely.
And
old girl that hosted the Xbox Extended show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fire.
Yes.
Fire.
Yes. I can definitely see someone like that. I think they connect more with the younger crowd.
Yeah. It's just, and it's nothing against him. It's just that it's been time. You know what I mean? Like, because
but it's Major Nelson.
Yeah, I get that. I get nostalgia and all that, and I always tell
that's
y'all,
nostalgia. That's what it is.
Yeah, right.
For us, we love him because he's been around since forever, and we know him with the white gloves, and we love Major Nelson, right? He's gonna always have a place in our heart. But they have to market more.
Yeah, we gotta move forward, right? Move up, move forward. A
different crowd, because they got us. We're locked in. We're locked in, right?
They already have it.
Yeah, but like young kids coming and listen to Major Nelson, they see their teacher. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm not. I'm just for real.
I mean,
like,
I know
they don't.
It's like a ball that go off my head when you said that.
Yeah.
It's like a more of a right. You're making sense. Like I get it. Because they're not gonna resonate with that.
Maybe he was tired. Maybe he was just tired. Maybe it was just.
But it's been at the same time. It's been what 20 plus years.
Right.
Like
it was time.
So
it was time.
All right.
I mean, he ain't dying.
No, he just ain't.
He's still getting his check, and he'll probably be in the background.
He'll probably be in the back row somewhere in the future, like
more behind the scenes. Production.
Yeah, because I know he really is involved with the production of the podcast and everything like that. So he'll probably still be around.
Yeah. All right. Does anybody
else?
Nostalgia
his will be okay.
Any else?
Me my feels a little bit, but
Yeah. For tidbits, go watch Secret Invasion. Great show from Marvel. I mean, I still am like, what the hell is happening? Where is this going? Spy thriller,
espionage kind of thing, right?
Spy thriller. What else? Ashoka is coming. If you haven't seen that trailer, if y'all didn't know, Indiana Jones came out last week. Next weekend we get Barbie and Oppenheimer. Tons of movies coming out, but I really do not hear too many people like going to the movies.
Movies have been bombing lately.
I'm going to go see Barbie though. It was 30% off. It was 30% off. I had to do it. My ticket was 13 and some change. I had to.
Hey, I want to say for everyone.
So you seen it already? It was good.
No. I said I ordered my ticket. It was 30% off, and I had to cop it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah.
What were you saying? Yeah.
No, I was saying, like, you know how we talked about a pre-show about the thing with Samsung and the $25, right? They did one with Adam as well. They got cleaned up pretty quickly, so getting those free movie tickets. But pay attention, man, because I got a good $50 sitting in my account now. I don't know what to spend it on, but the Xbox sale just kicked off. The Xbox Summer Sale kicked off, and there's a bunch. And I usually spend this time to buy my indies. A lot of indies I didn't buy because you can get them for great prices. And again, I'm a physical collector, but most indies, unless limited, which shout out to Limited Run, who's finally about to start doing Xbox games, right? Because it took forever for them to be able to do that. But most indie games are digital, and so the Xbox digital sale is live. And if you got that $25 for free because you understand how to buy a phone, you bought a Samsung because you're smart.
Don't do this. You don't do this on this show.
Use that 25 on the indie game.
You just don't want to do it on this show. Just telling you, no phone discussions on this show. Let's keep it pushing.
That's
you know why? Somebody gonna talk some shit about some Apple.
And somebody gonna
talk shit about Apple, and then the Apple thing
I ain't got nothing to say.
I mean, if you got an Apple phone, that's good for you. That's good. That's yay.
It's a good phone. It's just behind. Let's move on.
Man, look, we're not gonna have this conversation right now. We're not.
Exactly.
We're not.
Hey, do you subscribe to the notion, like Baron says, it's a lot of double XP, right? That Apple phones, iPhone is PlayStation and Android is Xbox. Like PlayStation, for a lot of people, they could do no wrong. They're gonna buy the PlayStation every year because
I feel like that. Yeah, absolutely.
We do the same thing with iPhone. I'm gonna buy the iPhone every year, not thinking about it just because of the name recognition.
I'm sorry, we don't. Well, I don't buy Apple every year. I don't buy Apple phone every year. But I do.
Some people do.
We're not going to have this conversation. We are not going to have this conversation.
My fault.
We're not.
There's Baron in the chat.
We're not going to have this conversation. We're not.
We've agreed on this show to disagree, and we just move on.
Yeah.
That's it. I love my ladies. I love my girls. We disagree and keep it pushing.
Okay. Any who's going to grab questions today?
Do we have any? I don't know. It's been 2 weeks without questions. I guess we.
I think I saw a question.
I see Sir X-Men in here, and I see
Abacab.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I got one from Abacab.
And Pragmatic Eagle was actually before that.
Oh, really? Okay, my bad. Let me go get this one. Let me go get this one first. What is your favorite Major Nelson memory?
Ooh. For me, it was my first time going to E3, and I met him at the it was the Chinese theater in LA. I was sitting in the back of the theater looking at Gears of War for the first time, the first one, when Cliffy B was on stage. Bill Gates was there that year, and right before entering into the Chinese theater, I saw Major Nelson. I walked up to him, and I got a picture, if I can find it, of him shaking my hand before we went into the Chinese theater. So yeah, that's mine for sure. And of course the after party. Yeah, it was bomb. But yeah. My favorite memories when I saw him at E3 2017. It was like 5 p.m. somewhere. It was like the last day, and I just saw him walking. And I said, "Hey, Major Nelson!" I waved, and he waved back. He looked busy, but at least he waved back. So that's my favorite memory. So
I made sure I put the questions in the starred area so you'll see them easier.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Jago6 got a question. I know about what was the game? Damn, I gotta go back a little bit.
Yeah, I don't see his question unless he didn't put it properly. Y'all know we not as young as we look. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need question in big bold.
See, some people are new and don't know that you gotta look for question. To type in all caps question, then your question. So
yeah. So I gotta. It looked like a couple more. And we got a statement in here too.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So
do you see the star tab?
Yeah, I do see it, ma'am. I was just going by the order of. I'm just gonna answer the question in the order that they popped up at. So I don't want nobody to feel a certain way. Right. Question from Sir X-Man. Yes, I saw your tweet. I'm getting the Phillips screwdrivers. They should be coming in on Sunday. Hopefully we'll do the if y'all want another PC building stream on the second part, just let me know. Send me a message or something. But the other part, the kid is coming. I seen that. Do you ladies know about Ant Stream coming to Xbox July 20? So you can play old retro games. I'm getting a lifetime subscription of $79.99.
Oh wow!
I didn't know that.
Ant Stream.
I'm gonna look it up to Xbox. Play old retro games and
yeah,
for y'all.
It depends what $79.99 is not a bad price for a lifetime subscription, but it depends what kind of games they got up there. So I'm not aware.
It's old arcade, SNES, Genesis, Game Boy, Amiga, and many more. It's retro. So it's like having an emulator. That's fire. Oh yeah,
okay.
That's a lifetime. You pay it once and that's it. Yeah, I can see myself doing that. It says buy now on Xbox. Allow you to play Earthworm Jim, Mortal Kombat, Metal Slug.
You ain't even have time to play new games. The fuck?
This is the stuff. We just talked about the. You know what?
Hey,
Move right on. Go to the next. All right. Go.
I don't get it.
Man, they got art type up in here. Let's go. Look. Thank you, Sir X-Men, for putting this out. This is a cop right here. This is a cop.
No, thank you, Sir X-Men, because now I gotta hear about how she playing Earthworm Jim instead of the new shit that just came out.
So okay,
you know how this goes. I'm playing against
man. Look, we know how
it goes.
She's Miss Nunu. We know how she roll. This is
shit, I don't feel like that's a diss.
No, I don't.
New. Okay.
She popped that collar too. Oh my god. Okay, so Jago 6 and Pragmatic Eagle both had like similar questions, so I'm going to put them together. Yeah. Thoughts on Exoprimal? I booted it. I saw it would be forced to do PvP. Immediate deleted.
Ooh, I think it was forced PvP.
You're forced to do PvP.
Ooh, I don't know if I like that. I thought you had an option to do it was like you had a path to choose, and you could do the PvE path and the PvP path right before the PvP section begins. I don't know. I'm gonna check it out today. So
yeah, I downloaded it, so it'll
I'm gonna check it out.
And I updated Halo Infinite. See if anybody messages me later to play.
I can't guarantee that, you know.
Yeah, you see this shit?
As you know.
And then she's gonna be talking about, we don't play nothing though.
Right. And then y'all know she's gonna be on here talking about, I play by myself.
I play with randoms.
But you not ask us.
I know, but y'all be playing all kind of stuff. Y'all be playing. I'll be wanting to bother y'all.
But Delilah, you up here. So if you say, hey ladies, I want to play this game, those you outrank
y'all be playing. I don't play Fortnite. I don't play
Call of Duty. That's fine. I don't play whatever other
shooter y'all play.
That's fine. All you gotta say,
you see what I do?
All you gotta say is,
hey, you see what I deal with? You see this shit?
Yeah, I see this shit. I see this shit.
Shit.
Next week we gonna have both. We gonna be up and ready to go play Halo. I love you, Delilah. You just like to. Woo!
I like what I like, man. I like what I like.
She ain't gonna have time for Halo when she got Black Ops 2.
Ooh.
What? Like, I don't play COD like that.
No, she don't play COD, and that's fine. But
no, I'm talking about you, lady. You ain't going over to Halo when you got Black Ops.
If my bestie Delilah say you want to play some Halo today,
and then she turn to Fortnite, and then now it's like, come on.
She like it when Delilah's ready to play. I will be here ready to play with her. That's it. I ain't gonna force her.
No problem. I love the shirt, by the way, Boogie, representing. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
I figure, with the deal news, I was like, let me break out my jersey.
All right, let me see what else questions we got. Okay, we got one from Baron J67.
Who this person?
Baby.
Who is that?
Baron J67. Did I read it right?
Yeah, you did. I'm fucking around.
Oh, okay. Why does Fame play the Avengers and buy the weekly battle passes?
Weekly battle passes?
The money that he uses from his geriatric feet pics, he sends to me and allows me to buy.
Okay.
Vicious cycle happening over here.
It sounds like you're enabling up in there, but it ain't
try
even
to get the money.
Wow.
Okay. Abigail got a statement. All right. Good luck to Larry Herb, aka Major Nelson, and all his future endeavors. It ain't like he broke. He just needs some time off. He'll be all right. At the end of the day,
he's being broke. Why you watching this man? Ain't got nothing to do with him being broke. You just said future endeavors to this dude. Like, that's it.
No, because there were some people on the internet like, oh, they're not. He's leaving Xbox, so he broke now, and he ain't gonna have no money and stuff.
Who said that?
Who is that delusional? Please.
And I'm like, that sounds so made up.
Right. So let me get this straight. This man done been at Xbox for close to 30 years, and he don't have no money.
Them stock investments alone, Shawty. Come on,
that man is set. He about to ride off into the sunset. Okay.
There's not smart people on the internet. There's not smart people on Twitter, y'all. It's not smart. Everybody ain't smart on Twitter, y'all.
You find that tweet? Send it to me. I want to read it.
Right.
If I can find it again, I will.
This uninformed.
That is so weird to even say. Like,
I know.
Okay.
I know. I don't think I have any more questions.
Whatever.
Yeah. Oh, we got one. We got a thought. Oh, no, we got some more questions. We just didn't.
Oh, dang, I see that.
All right. Rangy4 says he has a question. What is your latest pop you purchased?
Ooh, latest pop.
I actually haven't bought one in a little while. I think the last
which ones did I get?
Pops that I bought was for
Rose Goku Black, $12.79. Dragon Ball C, Dragon Ball. Yeah, that's the last one I bought.
I've been trying to get y'all know how they came out with the 90s hip hop line pops.
Yeah.
With TLC.
I've been trying to get those. I'm trying to get those.
Fame.
Yeah.
You got your own pop?
That's because she out there. Yeah.
How you get your pop? You went to Hollywood?
Last one I bought. Huh?
You went to Hollywood and get it made, or you
got
it sent to you? See?
Yeah. It wasn't the last one I bought, but it's the last one that I really love that I bought was the one that I actually got 4. Me and my family got all one made for all us. We went out to Hollywood. The only good thing about California.
I think I had and I also have it's like a black and gold halo pop too. If I'm not mistaken. I think that's the last ones I got.
Yeah, I think I bought literally all the Wakanda Forever ones.
Oh yeah, we had to.
Yeah, I got them. That was the last one that I bought.
I think I'm missing one. I think I'm missing that whole set. I think I'm missing one Funko Pop.
Yeah.
Since Delilah likes Halo Infinite, this is my favorite skin of Halo Infinite. And if you bought this pop, the code is in there. By the way, I don't know if a lot of people knew that the code for that skin is in there.
That's number 15, right?
Number 15, yeah.
I got that. I got it. All right, let's hop on to our next question. Monica D, I see you on the Diablo streets. Thoughts on Diablo 4 dying early,
being too easy.
Will Battle Pass and Season 1 save it, or the type of game it is? Will it be hard to keep gamers interested in the long term?
See, and this is what I'm on with this game, because I had said the same thing about Diablo 3. It's like I love, I'll play through the story. I enjoy the single player campaign, all that good jazz, right? It's like for me, it's the end game. I have no interest in going beyond that. I don't care to get the greatest weapon and to get the greatest loot and the fight these bosses at random. I know. I'm just speaking my piece as to why I'm likely gonna play through the story, and that's it. I don't mean
fine, but we need you to the story.
I am. I plan on finishing the story. That's definitely top of my list. You know what I mean?
What's under Diablo though?
What you mean? What's under
Diablo? Is Diablo on the top of your list?
It's up there. It's in my top 3, 4. Okay. Because I'm playing Fist, Halo, and Diablo. Those are the 3 games.
Oh, okay.
I haven't given up on the game. I want to see what happens. You know what I mean?
I'm scared you're gonna say fuck it and watch the movie.
Nah, I don't know. I like Diablo's game. I like their gameplay loop, but I'm not gonna do it like that.
Yeah. To answer your question, Monica, yeah, at one point it was a little bit too easy, but when we went up from World Tier 2 to 3, that's when shit got a little bit harder. But
it's still difficult. Like to me, I'm still early in the game. To me, I mean, like I think I'm in Act 3, and it's a challenge for sure.
What I was gonna say, those nightmare dungeons, if you're not doing them, that's where you like prevent you from dying easy, is to do those nightmare dungeons and get that loot from that. And then if you really balls to the wall, is do the capstone dungeon. And I wasn't ready for it.
World Tier 4 is crazy, man. It's hard.
World Tier 4. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I got a crazy nice little build with my sorcerer. I almost got to the point where I got infinite mana, where I'm just like dropping ice shards like crazy without having to run out. But even at the higher levels, man, it's like I started commenting about it being easy. It depends on what world tier you on, because World Tier 4, yeah.
3 is all right. 3 is all right, but
4 they be on your bumper, man.
That capstone, I don't know when I'm going to go to World Tier 4, but it's going to happen eventually. I just don't know when. Let me see if I have any other questions. It looks like I don't.
Oh, mine has been muted this whole time. You gotta get closer to 70.
Oh
wow.
Yeah, 70
for World Tier 4. But
really? Okay.
And there's actually like, if you're in our Discord, we try to post links to builds and things like that. There's actually like if you're this level, this is the level nightmare dungeon you should be doing. So like if you're level fucking 50 and you're doing level 1 nightmare dungeons, you're not doing it right.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get the loot. You're just gonna get where you're at.
Yeah, I agree. I don't have any other questions, it looked like. All right, then let me just check on the stars real quick. Let's see if I didn't miss nobody. I don't want to neglect nobody. All right, I guess we know. Let's start out with outros. Let's start off from the bottom to the top. Fame.
And make sure you let us know if y'all have any new stuff happening, any things that people need to come.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. You said from the bottom. I started saying it. Yeah, man. First, before I do any outros, I want to shout out to you ladies, right? I don't get a lot of invites to other people's shows, right?
Really?
No, not
right. I am surprised.
I don't either. So
I put a tweet out about this.
I used to, not much lately though.
Yeah.
I said it's a testament of what people think about you when they'll come to your show with no issue, but you never get an invite to theirs, right? So I want to give a shout out to you guys for even giving me an invite, because that's freaking amazing. They let me know you guys actually rock with me, and that's a feeling that I keep close to me. So I appreciate you ladies for real. We do a lot of work at LV1gaming.com. Got an amazing team who does work from opinion pieces to reviews. Of course, my partners in crime, Baron and Floor Hugger, do amazing work with me. Shout out to Dez, who did Dames for Games. Yes. Who also does WFG podcast with us. Okay. That woman's probably one of the hardest working women in this industry. From what she's doing with Dames for Games to what she does with Freedom Games, which is one of the most up and coming indie or publishers that are out there right now. So shout out to them. I am everywhere at FAME2K. I really like promoting myself. I like to promote level 1, so at LB1 Gaming. If you guys check out the YouTube, we're closing in on 2,500 subscribers, I think, which is amazing. Shout out to all the support we've been getting. But yeah, man, I just wanted to shout out the team and say thank you to you ladies for allowing me to be on your platform, because again, a lot of folks don't do that, so I'm very appreciative.
We appreciate.
Well, we gonna hold you to the crossover, because I feel like
that crossover is happening.
We haven't had it yet.
That is happening. That is happening.
We gonna see.
All right then, Miss LBOOGIE.
All right, y'all can follow me over on YouTube. I don't really post too much, but I'm going to be doing more videos on GWG. We have more shorts coming from GWG. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, on Threads, same LBOOGIE0208. And yeah, I mean, keep the energy, share out the content. I feel like I hear all the time, right? That we put out amazing content. So share it, right? Share the wealth. Let other people know that you think this is amazing content. You know, and we appreciate everybody who has done so far.
All right.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe is what they say, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Miss Delilah?
Yes. So like a lady said, and like Fame mentioned, thank you all for rocking with us, and we appreciate you for being here. Thank you again, Fame, and we definitely appreciate your team. We like working with your team, and all of Level 1 Gaming has been just awesome to collaborate with and talk with on every level, you know. So it's been really cool to see that. And yeah, you all know you can follow me on Threads at Delilah_HD, on Twitter Delilah_HD, because you're right here on Saturdays, 1 p.m. Eastern. So yeah.
All right. Last but not least is me. Y'all know who I am. I just want to say, everybody that comes here every week, constantly supporting us, we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. We love when you guys ask us questions. We love you when you guys interact with us in the chat. We love when you guys laugh with us, when we clown on each other. And I think that's something that we have that I think not a lot of podcasts have, is the chemistry that we have with each other. That shit can be fabricated. That shit can be like mixed together in a pot and put in the oven. It takes a lot of growth and understanding and appreciation from one another to be able to do this consistently for years. And for that, I thank you, ladies, and I appreciate you, ladies. And shout outs to CHAREECE. She's somewhere in the car with her daughter shopping for college things. That's what I'm thinking that she's doing. And we miss you. We can't wait to see you next week. And we definitely we're going to hear from CHAREECE's perspective about the deal next week, because I am really, I really want to hear her perspective.
Yeah.
You can hit me up at Lady Infamous everywhere, 415 everywhere, on Threads, TikTok, Instagram. Check out the merch store. Check out the PAX East 2023 collection. Shout out to the Patreons that support us every month. We have a few things lined up towards PAX West. And I just stay tuned, and please, if you have any suggestions on what you guys want to see while we in Seattle, please DM us or send us a tweet or send us one of us a message, and we'll sneak it on in there. So we'll have something nice for you guys in September, because this is the first time that all four of us will be together. So I can't wait. So you guys have a wonderful day. Oh, if CHAREECE was here, she would say, make sure you follow her on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. She streams Genshin Impact sometimes in the morning, and you make sure you check her out on her channel on YouTube as well. And for the rest of y'all, you guys have a wonderful day. Be kind to yourself first. Be kind to each other. Don't let these Twitter finger fools get the best of you. And you guys have a lovely and fun weekend. All right.
Okay.
Gang,
Right.
Gang, gang.
Gang, gang.
Yes, yes. Gang, gang. Gang, gang.